What is the actual definition of religion? Why can't what we call religion be religion? First of all, let's understand that the meaning of religion is specificity, quality or property. It applies not only to humans but to everything in the world, whether living or non-living. And that is why it also qualifies to be the religion of humans. In this world, there are rules for everyone, and those rules are not made by any individual or society. They are qualities that must be followed under all circumstances. Nature has chosen these rules for every living and non-living thing. To some extent, these principles have also been accepted in every community. But the difference is that in all those communities, many man-made laws have been added alongside these principles. Apart from that, because religion is the quality of that object, its property, nothing can come in the way of following it. Just think for yourself. If there is something without which life is not possible, then you will do it in any way. There are no options. You might say that how about committing suicide? In that way, isn't it possible to break the rules of nature? However, my dear friends, you got to understand that suicide is a state of mind where you are mentally unstable and unable to make sane decisions. Despite of that, you still cannot break the rules set by nature. I make it clear to you. How do you commit suicide? How many ways of committing suicide can a human mind think of? You can hang yourself, eat poison, jump off a building or in front of a running train. But there are something which you cannot do to commit suicide, no matter how desperately you want to do it. You cannot commit suicide by starving intentionally, or by staying thirsty, or by holding your breath on purpose. Do you know why it is not possible? Because nature has set this rule for you. You will have to follow it. As your hunger crosses a limit, you will eat. As your level of thirst rises to a certain extent, you will drink. And forget about dying holding your breath. That is far from your capacity. If you want to commit suicide, it has to be instant. Because nature has already set a limit for your level of patience, after which you are bound to follow your religion. And it is not just that life is not possible without it, but religion. Religion has been in existence even before the life began to evolve on Earth. So we can't even judge it just from the point of view of living things. We have to go beyond that. Even object in this world has got its religion. That is why it cannot be distinguished by communities because, unlike religion, communities are limited to the existence of living things. They cannot operate on non-living things. They have no control on the nature and its different creations. Let's start with living beings. This includes plants, animals, and humans. All are included. All living beings have some basic needs. Basic needs like hunger needs food, thirst needs drink, sleep needs rest, breathing, etc. These are some needs that do not matter which religion one belongs to. One has to follow them according to occurrence. This is the law of nature. No one can break it. As mentioned earlier, life is not possible without following it. You have no option. And this applies to people of all communities, whether you are Hindu, Muslim, Christian, or any other community. There is no other option when hungry. You can fast for a day or two, but on the third day, even if something is placed before you which is considered the biggest sin to eat in your religion, you will not hesitate. If seen, whatever we are doing in the world, whether it is a job, business, begging, theft, robbery, or someone's murder. Behind all of them, somewhere there is only one basic necessity: to fill one's stomach. Self-satisfaction. Therefore, there is no need of any community here. And besides, what to eat and what not, when to eat and when not, these principles are different in every religion. But after a limit, when hunger or thirst overcomes you, then these principles have no value. No matter how great saint one is, after a limit, no matter how much a so-called religious person one is, he does not see or care for any option. According to different communities, the principles of carnivorous and vegetarian diets vary. In some communities, consuming meat is prohibited, while in others there are criteria even for meat eating, determining which animals' meat can be consumed and which cannot. Some religious persons in charge have also designated specific days when they can consume meat. Now, all these aspects are shaped by human choice and the society of those who follow a particular religion. Otherwise, since humans have existed on Earth, they have been consuming the flesh of animals through hunting, without any particular religious community or doctrine. There was no concept of worship or prayer, nor any perspective related to a divine entity. At that time, this was the only religion being discussed here, atheism, and therefore this is also the only religion that has existed since the beginning of creation. Here's another eye-opener. If you don't like eating meat, or if a doctor has advised you against it due to health reasons, that's a personal choice. However, some communities believe that one should refrain from eating meat because it causes pain and suffering to animals when they are slaughtered. But reconsider these principles according to the beliefs of that community. It's not universally accepted because in every community, living entities include not just humans and animals, but also plants. If you're a vegetarian, remember that the fruits and vegetables you consume also contain life. And if there's life, terminating it for consumption is inevitably painful. It's a natural law that for one living being to survive, another must be consumed. Even plants don't survive solely on soil, water, and sunlight. There are countless microorganisms in the soil that become food for these plants. Every day, along with our food, countless microorganisms enter our mouths and die. Thus, atheism is the only religion because it doesn't discriminate among living entities. Eating for sustenance is a human's duty, and by doing so, one adheres to their religion. And what to eat when hungry is a personal choice. No community can dictate that. True religion is devoid of all emotions. To understand true religion, it's essential to grasp another crucial principle, the law of action and consequence.